Howdy ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of VGU Talks, and let's talk games. So if you know me, you would know I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. I love the games, and I would love to see them remade on the next gen consoles. However, in the meantime, I'm really looking forward to Phantom Pain. Now you might be wondering, why the heck are you talking about Metal Gear Solid? Because Hideo Kojima came out in an interview saying that what he would love to make is a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake that is open world. Now I have to admit, this idea, really freaking awesome. So the gist is that Hideo Kojima hopes that one day he'll see his 1998 action game, the original Metal Gear Solid, remade as an open world title for the PlayStation 4. However, he also says that he doesn't think it's going to happen anytime soon if it does. This was during a media session at Taiwan's Taipei game show, which has had a lot of information come out, including a potential teaser for Metal Gear Rising 2, which sadly Hideo Kojima immediately shot down. Sad face. Now during this interview, and as he was talking about an open world version of MGS1, he did come out saying that although he would love to work on this project, he just can't right now, because he's currently busy with the production of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain and Silent Hills, which makes complete sense. Kojima also pointed out, however, that remaking the original Metal Gear Solid for current generation machines would also require the implementation of new tools and an engine, as well as a team to make the game, of course. No developer has yet to come forward, the industry veteran said. Now before we crack on with my opinions, I thought I would bring up this quote from August of 2014, when in another interview where he was hinting towards the idea of a remake already in the works for Metal Gear Solid. So the quote goes like this: "If it was going to be a remake, I wouldn't want to make a standard remake, but something similar to what Planet of the Apes is doing, bringing the best of the past to the present and doing something new." Now, why did I bring up that quote, and am I hyped for this idea? Darn right am I hyped for this idea. Think of it, an open world version of Shadow Moses would make complete sense. Instead of those screen transitions when you're going from one area to another, it's all just seamless. Seamless transitions between one area to another because it's all open world. It's all interconnected, it's all there. And that's an awesome thought. And you can tell how much Hideo Kojima and the original team loves Shadow Moses, especially since they put it in Metal Gear Solid 4. And yes, I understand not a lot of people out there really did like Metal Gear Solid 4, but that part where you managed to go back to Shadow Moses was just awesome. Now with that to one side, I would like to come out definitely saying that although this remake would be an amazing idea, I would not want it anytime soon, and allow me to explain why. The reason why I wouldn't want a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake anytime soon is simply because I would prefer that Kojima Productions and everyone involved concentrate on making Phantom Pain and Silent Hills and make them the best gaming experiences that we can potentially see in the near future. After they're done, after we've seen results from them as to whether they are that good or whether they are just lacking from perfection, maybe, just maybe, we can see an HD remake in the future. The other thing as well that I'm thinking of, and this is when I was talking to one of my friends about this earlier, was the idea that if they were to make an open world remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 and it was successful, that could potentially demand a possible remake of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. And I don't know about you guys, an HD remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, I think we've been begging for quite some time. Especially since a lot of Metal Gear Solid fans out there still claim to this day that Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is still the greatest of the entire series. One thing for sure, if they were to make an HD remake of Snake Eater, I could just imagine how beautiful the final boss fight would be. And if you have never played Snake Eater, and if you have never seen that final boss fight, I would definitely recommend searching it up and seeing it firsthand, or just buying Snake Eater and getting to that moment yourself. It is possibly one of the best boss fights in video game history. But that's a video for another day. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you with a question. What do you think about Metal Gear Solid 1 Remake that is open world? Would you love to return to Shadow Moses, or would you prefer the Kojima Productions definitely concentrate on working on what they have now, and maybe at some point in the future, come back to a game long gone? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing you guys next time for another edition of VGU Talks.